Hi, this is Peter Konechny, editor of Medieval Warfare magazine, and today we're going to take a look through Volume 10, Issue Number 1. The topic is warfare in Arthurian literature. So let's flip through it. First article I want to talk to you about is Murray Cook's dealing with the Battle of Stirling Bridge, and this is the 1297 battle between the Scots and England, famous William Wallace victory. But this article is a little different, and it's kind of talking about how the river that's in Stirling played a vital part in the battle itself through tides. So Murray Cook, an archaeologist, kind of lays it out for you. So it's a really interesting piece. Our second article is by Beñat Elortza, and you can he's becoming quite the regular on our magazine. And to this issue, he's talking about naval organization among the Danes. We also have John France, and some of you might know him as one of the kind of leading scholars of Crusades and medieval military history. But here he's talking about a battle that happens in 13th century Italy, involving a victory by Frederick II, where Frederick wins the battle but loses the war. So it's a really nice piece on that. We really didn't want to talk too much about the historicity of King Arthur, but we do have this article by Randall Moffett that kind of examines what Arthur and his men, what would they have looked like if they existed like in 6th century Britain, as like the kind of some of the sources make you believe. Like, what would these kind of soldiers wear and be armored with, and how they would fight? Our main article is by Danièle Cybulskie, and it's called The Fall of Camelot, and it's a comparison between the great versions of the Arthurian legend. The one by Geoffrey of Monmouth from the 12th century, and Thomas Mallory's 15th century version. And what we wanted to do was look at how warfare changes in how these compares between these two sources, and what and this is the Arthur's final campaign, final battle. How do these two authors kind of present it? How they present ideas like how they raised troops, what they were campaigning on, just the weapons and tactics. So it's a really interesting kind of piece. There's a little sidebar on Sir Gawain, who's Danielle's kind of favorite Arthurian character. And it's quite a nice extensive article, and something pretty unique. We've never really come across something before, so I think you'll enjoy that. Our column from our weapons column by Smith and Ruth R deals with the mace. We also have another article about a battle. This one is in 15th century Spain, so it's not a really well-known battle, but it's interesting nevertheless because it's a kind of a cavalry against cavalry battle. Martha J. Dorothy has also another lengthy article looking at judicial duels. Basically trial by combat, how it kind of came about in the early Middle Ages and its development all the way into the Renaissance. So you learn a bit more like how it started, the kind of tactics and traditions involved in it. So a really nice, fascinating kind of piece. And our final article is by Georgios Theotokis, and it looks at Basil II and this kind of legend that he blinded thousands of Bulgarian prisoners. So he's kind of basically asking, this tale, could this be true? And like, what are the kind of background to blindings in the Byzantine world? So you can read all that and more in this latest issue of Medieval Warfare magazine. Please visit the Carwinsari website to learn more and to order it. And I hope you enjoy it. And if you have a chance, let me know what you think of it. Thanks.